Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm here with my friend Anthony Curcio on the Gold Coast. Welcome, Anthony, to the Gold Coast.
Welcome to you and everybody out there listening to us. It's a great day, and we've had a couple of great 2 or 3 days, and the sales have just blown me away.
Yeah, well, it's your first time on the coast for the sales in January, and to sit there and watch horses go through in about 1 minute, making 1.1 million, and up to 800,000 with an average of around 200,000. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Oh, it's just astounding. I'm used to houses being sold at that price, and horses are just filtering through that ring like there's no tomorrow. Like you said, 800,000, $1 million. It's just astounding of what I saw in the last day or two.
Well, we haven't bought anything after 2 days, but we might get to play tomorrow and Friday, or even on Sunday. But we've got a nice list of fillies there, and I think at this stage they've all made over 500,000, so it's cut us out a bit. Anthony and I are standing here on the big catwalk for Myer, which is going to go off on Saturday. And I don't know about you, mate, but it's my first time on the catwalk. It's not something that I specialise in, but I hear you've done it before.
Oh, look, mate, I really haven't done it before, but I've been a spectator at a few, and it's just a privilege to be at. I reckon it's going to be the final day on Saturday for Myer Fashions on the field, and it's just a privilege to stand on a catwalk. I'm normally out there looking up here, but on Saturday this is where it's all going to happen for the girls.
All right, well, let's go through last week's results, and you can reel them off, and we'll see how we went.
All right, back on the 31st of the 12th, which was New Year's Eve, we're at Echuca, and Cullinan finished 7th.
Yeah, it was a really hot day, but he was first up, and look, he's a horse that's going to take a couple of starts before he can win a race, and we just kicked him off there, and he was okay.
New Year's Day, we went to Flemington, and Brett Stanley's Magical Millie finished 7th also.
Yeah, disappointing there. She's gone for a spell. Brett wanted her outside the leader, but Dwayne Dunn took her back to the rear of the field, Anthony, and she got pulling, and it was game over after they went 300. So she's gone to the paddock for a break, and we'll see her back later in the year.
And on the same day, we had a Basso. He finished 12th.
Yeah, he was in the same race as Falago. They were both first up. Even though Waller thought a Basso might be a little sneaky place chance, he didn't show that. In fact, it was pretty much a leader's track, and our two horses were back markers. They never really got into the race, but Falago, we know, 3rd or 4th up over 2,000, he'll come into his own. A Basso normally 3rd up, he comes into his own. So for those who've had something on him each way first up, you've done your dough, but you'll get it back later in the prep.
You've touched on Falago on the same day. 2 days later, we had Chloe Anna finished. Lizzie went down to Geelong, finished 5th.
Yeah, she did. She had 60 kilos, and that told in the end. She just couldn't find the line with that big weight. She was anchored a little bit, so we're going to jump her up a class into a 70, and that'll drop her weight down to about a 55. Just can't put a kid on that horse because she's too hard to ride, so we've got to get her out of her grade a little bit. We just want to see if we can win a race or two before she goes out.
2 days later, on the 5th, we had Esprit de Sol for Mark Riley. He went to Stony Creek and also finished 5th.
Yeah, second up stayer. Travelled up nicely. His run was good. Never threatened the winners. Travelled up beautiful, pulled 3 wide on the corner, and then just plodded to the line as you expect. But when he gets to his 3rd up or 4th up run, 2,000, 2,400, he'll win a couple.
Come into his own.
And as he did last prep, he'll win a couple on the flat. He's no superstar, but he's going to pay his way.
On the 6th, our main man from Adelaide, Damien Batters, had Grand Arrow. It was a good run. He finished 4th.
Yeah, it was an absolute slaughter job by the jock there. Absolute slaughter. All we wanted to do was sit outside the leader or 1 pair back, and at the 1,000 he had a bit of a brain fade, the young bloke, and decided to go 7 or 8 in front under the stick. I don't know what he thought he was really doing there, but anyway, we folded up late to be beaten and run 4th. But that horse, if he can be ridden properly next start, he'll win a race, and it'll be time to move him on.
That's it. Sandown yesterday, Broadway in 1st, he finished 6th.
Yeah, disappointing run, probably disappointing ride, Harry. Just 4 wide, no cover. Didn't give the horse a lot of hope. Maybe when he couldn't get cover or a spot, he should have just eased off him and not been in the speed race. But probably just gave that horse no chance. And I thought the horse was really brave to punch onto the line there and only get beaten 2.5 lengths given the run he had. But that's a race and a win that got away on us.
And on the same day, we had Arizona Girl finishing 4th.
Her run was okay. She had every chance. Harry actually redeemed himself there, rode it quite well, but she wasn't good enough to pick him up. As Darren Weir said to us here this morning, that he just felt that the horse had been a little while between runs because she went to Adelaide and there was no race, and then we were going to take her to Warrnambool and she got 61, so it's been about 3.5 weeks between runs. So first go at 2,000 this time in, or 2,100. It's a big ask. and we find that that first time that really hardens them, and you'll see her in a fortnight with no excuses in the same sort of race, and she should be able to get the money, and she's probably my one to follow.
Great. And just on that, isn't it nice to see Darren Weir nice and relaxed up here?
He's flying, isn't he?
He is,
the leading trainer, and he's swanning around the Magic Millions like he owns the place.
Doesn't need no wristbands to get in?
No, he came to our table, he sat down, he's loving life.
Loved it. Yep, absolutely loved it.
And then what happened?
He just he stayed on our table, had a good 15-20 minutes, and went back to his own table. Jeremy was there, and they had a good day.
All right, so that was our runners for last week. Now today we start off at Kyneton.
White House Affair.
Yep, well, White House Affair is another one that ran really well first up, and then had a little setback. So she's going into today underdone at Kyneton, barrier 10. Going to be really hard from that gate on that tight track. We did look at scratching her, but Darren just said to us, look, she needs to run. We need to use that for the future, and she can go around today and be competitive, but from then on, it's time to get the money out.
That's it. On Friday, we've got Manor Trust and Kayatika at Stall.
Yeah, Stall. Obviously, we won't be there, but Peter will be there. Manor Trust, he's ready to win. He's had a couple of good runs in, and this is his distance and his fitness is right. So at that grade, I think he's ready to win. And Kayatika is probably in the same boat. Her run behind Shiny Lass at Geelong when she ran third was quite a good run. Probably didn't handle the wet on that occasion, the jock said. So Stall, I'm sure it's going to be as hard as this platform we're standing on, and she'll have every chance back from Geelong to Stall. You'd think she'd just, with luck, she'd be really hard to beat there.
Speaking about Shiny Lass, she goes to Cranbourne Friday night, last start winner.
Yeah, drawn terrible in 13, might come in a few. But she's a back marker. Just haven't decided yet whether we're going to run there. But look, she's such a gutsy trying horse. Yeah. She really, lengthens out and pins her ears back. And geez, if half of our horses did that, we'd be flying. But I'm not sure whether we'll run there yet. But if we do, she's always genuine. And
on Saturday, the big day, fingers crossed, We're Sure.
Well, We're Sure. His first emergency in the 1400 3-year-old $2 million Magic Millions Guineas. His first emergency. He's drawn 4. As I said, Paul and Peter Snowden trained him. We've actually floated him up here hoping someone scratches. So we've rolled the dice, if you like. And we've asked Darren Weir to scratch Mahuda, or we've asked Paul Snowden to scratch his other horse. Give us a break.
We've actually asked Darren Weir where he's stabling Mahuda.
We were going to pick him up and hide him, but he wouldn't tell us.
No, not at all.
So anyway, look, we're just going to wait and see if we get a run. The horse is flying. He won a trial last week. If he gets in the run, he's a top 4 chance at a $2 million race.
For sure.
If he doesn't, we put him on the truck, take him back to Sydney and wait for another day. But for all the owners, we're just sitting here with our fingers crossed, and hopefully we can sneak into the field. There's still a couple of days to go.
Absolutely, not over yet. At Ipswich on the same day, Terry Bailey trained Girlsay.
Yeah, Girlsay goes around up there at Ipswich. She's on her last chance for us. If she can't do nothing on Saturday, it'll be unfortunately bye-bye to her, because she just hasn't really shown a lot this time.
And Alan Bailey, not Terry Bailey.
Could even be Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor, yeah, that's
going
right.
Well.
Yeah,
he's new.
Sorry. Yeah.
This is my younger apprentice.
On Sunday, Warrnambool, Darren's home track, we've got Schwassons and Lindendoom.
Yeah, well, both of those horses are really well placed down there. Look, Schwassons was terrible last time. She actually tied up and pulled up sore, because her first couple of runs was super, and she ran a couple of seconds. We thought she'd just win there the other day, but she couldn't keep up, and when she came back, she was sore, and we found out she tied up, which is just like you cramping. So they had to change the work, change the feet around. Hopefully that does the trick, and she'll run a much better race on Sunday down there at Warrnambool. And Lyndon Doom, she's been really disappointing this time in. She just hasn't really showed us what she can do. Darren's changed a few things around, and we're just hoping we can get her there and get her back into some sort of form, or her future is probably limited now, but disappointing, because we thought she could have been a bit of a Moonee Valley Friday night horse this time in, but she just hasn't represented that form at this prep, which happens sometimes. For sure. So that's a wrap of all our runners. So to all those that have got runners this week, good luck. I know we've got our fingers crossed with We're Sure, but there should be one or two. You think there's a winner amongst that list?
Well, the way Shiny Lass won at Geelong that day, Boxing Day was a very dominant win, so you think she's my one to follow.
Yeah, and Peter Morgani, well, he's banned because he hasn't picked a winner in 26 weeks, has he?
True, he has. But
remember that guy, Lou Richards, the kiss of death?
Yeah.
He picked one side to win every week in the VFL.
Yeah.
And never got it right.
Yeah.
So, Lou Morganti, how you going? We're funny up here at the Gold Coast, aren't we?
No, we are.
But look, we haven't got too much more. We're here at the sales. We've looked at over 300 or 400 horses. We've picked out some nice fillies. The sales are strong.
Very strong.
And, we'll continue to do our work. We might be able to pick up a couple later in the week. And being the great salesmen we are, we'll certainly let you know when we do and invite you to join us in one of these horses, should we be lucky enough to be the successful bidder. But until next week, I'm Darren Dance, here with my old mate Anthony Curcio, who's just been running an absolute muck on the coast for 2 days. I don't know if they'll let him back next year, but we've had a great time.
Great time.
All the best. Cheers for now.
Cheers.